Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Rao, coming on all channels, including the Clubhouse, Wisdom, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, uh, and LinkedIn. Okay. Uh, Hopefully, you're all doing well. So, from the last 2 days, we have been talking about habit and its significance in our lives, how to cultivate good habits and keep them, and how to uh, get rid of the habits that we are suffering from or giving us suffering, right? Uh, so, understanding the anatomy of the habit, understanding some good habits that you could cultivate. I mentioned in the last 2 days, just to recollect, um, I talked about how habits are formed because we are unconscious about what we are doing. We are not aware of what we are doing, and that becomes a nervous pathway within your brain and becomes automatically uh, executable, right? So that is there. So whereas if you unconsciously allow things to happen and they go into your subconscious, then they come out as what is described in yoga as samskaras, or ingrained thoughts in modern science. Right? So I talked about cultivating some habits of silence, listening, giving the other person benefit of doubt, and uh, contentment is something that you could make it, and being aware and inner happiness, all that we talked about yesterday. So anybody is interested, they can go and listen to the replay on the Clubhouse or on the Wisdom app. Now, yesterday I did pin one video, the part one, introducing the topic and all the things I talked about over there. Today, I'm going to put the second part, which is on the habits, the part two, which comprises of a lot of things that we could cultivate if only we are willing to it. The instant gratification is something of our modern era's consequence, and it is getting shorter and shorter. We want everything in this second, in this milliseconds, things like that, right? So uh, there was a discussion among so many people around the world about always try to go for the long term, something positive in your life, rather than something instant gratification that may not stay there for a while. Okay, that kind of thing. So let me say a friend has come here. Okay. What happened? Somebody came up and then they disappeared. Okay. So what happens is whenever you are really focused on the instant gratification, here and now satisfaction, then you may not be focusing on what is good for you in the long run. There are terms for that in Sanskrit. Shreyas versus preyas. Shreyas is what is good for you in the long term, and that's going to be staying with you, versus instant gratification, right? So which is not really good in the sense. But these days everybody is going for instant gratification. Everything has to be done here now. Being in the present is different, but this is like I want to gratify you now. It's not a good thing. Even in the office, when you are working, the good principle of management is delay your gratifying tendency in the morning. That means the moment you come into the office or wherever you work, immediately you want to take a break and you want to chat, you want to take it easy. That is gratifying for you early in the morning. Versus you want to delay that tendency of gratification. You know, then what happens? Then it will be better, right, for you. So it will be better for you to focus on what is important, what are the things that you want to do, and all that. And afterwards, you can go and work whatever you are doing, and finish the work, and then go and gratify yourself with a coffee break or whatever, right? So in so many ways, ancient or modern, they talked about this. Always find your purpose, find what is important for you, what is meaningful for you, and focus on those versus instant gratification with little things. And this, you don't want to go to a movie when you want to write a computer program, for example. People who like writing computer program, they enjoy that as much as they enjoy a movie, or maybe more sometimes. Okay, so several people enjoy their work that way. So habit of shreyas versus prayas is very important. Shreyas is for the long term good for us and for the good of everybody, versus instant gratification, which is selfish and all that. That is a prayers. So that's a habit you want to see that you can cultivate. I talked about this in this tape. Okay. The other thing I talked about was what is your attitude to the earth? Do you consider earth as the mother? Because that is where we all came from, right? And then we go back. you know so that kind of attitude, if you can cultivate as a habit, you would be a responsible consumer, and don't want to waste things, don't want to burden the earth with lots of carbon print, right? That's why. And also consider we all are in one energy. Remember that as a habit. That will help. Another simple thing that we should not do, we don't do much. What we should do is just smile. Smile at everything, smile at everybody, smile whenever you can, and that itself is really helps a lot. Okay. Of course, cultivating joy, cultivating positivity, and also cultivating tolerance to other people, and being away from the addictive nature of things, right? Find out whether you are addictive to something or not. That helps a lot. I talked about all these things in this second part of the video, which I posted up there on the Clubhouse, and people can see them. And then maybe they can get back to me with their questions, with their comments, or what is their take on that and all that. Right? There's one more tape left, part 3. I'll post it tomorrow. Okay. Hopefully, this discussion on habit has given some insight to you about how habits are formed, and they get entrenched if you don't do anything about it. But with awareness, with reflection, with slowing it down, you can change a lot of habits. So cultivate to be in the awareness of here and now, and then observe what is coming into your mind, what you are putting it out, what kind of things you are talking about, and by just being aware, that you will notice that you have this tendency or that tendency, or you like this food or that food, or you like this activity or that activity, or you like somebody saying things in a certain way. All those are conceptual habits that we develop. You create yourself like a with all these habits, right? So that's why be kind to yourself, be compassionate, but just be observant and watch the habits that you're already exhibiting in your life, and see the value of it, see the effect of it. Whether it is good or bad, the effect will be there. Once you understand, you can easily change them. Okay. So the habit is something that can make you or break you. You can use the habit to form good routines, good ritualistic routines that are easy on you. For example, I have a hook right after I enter from my garage, where I can put my key. So it's not like taking it and putting it somewhere and then hunting for it. A lot of people do that, right? But having a simple place there and put it. I have this rule: find a place for everything and put everything in its place. So that is discipline my brother taught me. He was a military man. That's why he was like that. It's pick and span, and anything that you do will be completely very good, right? So not being obsessive compulsive, but then being attentive to what you are doing. So we used to be very clean as children, and that continued on. So organization also very important. That way, we don't waste a lot of our energy in trying to find things and getting frustrated if they are not found at all. So the principle is find a place for everything and then make sure everything is in its place. Okay, that helps a lot. If you don't have clutter outside, you will also not have clutter in the mind. So try to eliminate that clutter by cultivating these habits, being aware of them, and then changing them. It's like a internal shaping of yourself. You know, we all think we have this preformed personality, and that's what we are. Now, you are put together by thoughts, constructed by the concepts and thoughts. Once we understand that, what we are truly is not really that kind of thing, that is the one that is reacting or feeling or hurting, whatever. That is not there. It makes a lot of sense for you if you do that. Okay. Um, so, hi Santosh, hi Austin. So the second part is where I was discussing this long-term gain versus instant gratification, or cultivating a habit of treating Mother Earth and considering everybody is in one energy. And on the more personal level, keep smiling, keep positive, uh, be try to find joyful thing in everything. And also you need to understand how this tolerance addiction is really habit gone wrong, right? So people take things and they get tolerant to them. That means the body is trying to adjust to it, and then learns the habit. And later on, it becomes so severe that becomes addiction, where if you withdraw that, people will be very, very unhappy and suffer like that too. Okay. Hi, Nazli. So this is all my effort about putting this tapes together. Hopefully, you have seen the first tape. This is the second part. I put it up there, and then we'll conclude the third part. There's the final part tomorrow. Okay. Hi, Santosh. Did you see the first video?
Doctor, I want to see part and second together. Yesterday was a really busy day for me. So yeah, definitely I'm gonna see yesterday when I finished the conversation and then then after I just I was out because I was driving that time and this scenario now.
Okay.
I'm gonna see that because it's connected with me because I need to know about that thing. As I mentioned that
Yeah.
I'm about to complete my book, changing your habits. So I think I can take some reference from there.
Okay, this is also interesting. If you can take a look at it, you like it, I think. So I've been talking about the habit as a whole, gave the construction of it, how it happens. It's kind of pretty deep. People actually don't have the skill of living in the present. That means you are not behaving out of habitual thing. right? But you are being spontaneous to what is happening. So that is the highest form of living island from the spiritually evolved people. What they do is they don't have all these memories in their mind, and they don't really gather impressions or nurture some grudge or something against us. Nothing. There's pure love, pure kindness, pure compassion, no expectation from us for anything. Okay, so those kind of people are always reacting to things as they come up. You know, they don't have a. I mean, they can live without a plan or without a aim or anything like that. So they are in a different dimension, but basically the habits are not there for them because they don't want to get out of the wherever whichever present they are. They just want to place like that. Okay. Otherwise, we will be living in a psychological drama. We will be living in our head. We're living in our past and the present, and never really touching the present, thereby losing touch with the life itself. You know, so that's an important big deal. But then I always talk about being in the present. Do whatever you are doing, in the it's complete attention and all that. You know, so that's an important. Uh, if you want to say habit, you want to cultivate that is to find out, am I really paying attention to what is in front of me or what is in front of a person or what is happening in my life now, or I'm always planning something, dreaming something, and imagining something, and then want to go there, and then I never am in touch with what's going on around me and in me. You know, so one of the philosophers, J. Krishnamurti, talked about always be aware of what is happening in you and around you. You know, and then just by observing, perceiving what is happening, you can affect that, you can modify that much better. Probably you will act much better because you are more aware of what is going on. You know, you can have some brainstorm session about planning your routines, but don't go and live in that planning that you have done. Execute them, live those steps. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. um, so Santosh, anything you want to add?
Yeah, yeah, doctor. Like I also love about this thing, habit, because I have seen a lot of my habits. Though I didn't have any bad habit as such, but habit it takes. You have to dive into on regular basis, and you can't change immediately. All of a sudden, you can't change the habit. It takes certain time, and
Yeah.
you do the thing on regular basis. Like they say, 40 to 21 days, you can change your habit if you are committed and do the thing like that. That's it. And other psychological things,
Yeah.
other emotional things, other spiritual, motivational things come along with it. But straightforward way. Like if you want to change your habit, you have to do it on regular basis, and you can change it. That's what I would like to share. Up.
Yeah. Very good, Santosh. Okay, the watch the tapes, and then we will meet again tomorrow, and we will discuss any questions anybody has anything. You know, so uh, there's a lot I put in that tape. Basically, I talk about the instant gratification and a long-term gain. I talk about our relationship with the earth and the nature, and also our relationship with other human beings or living beings, because the ancient talked about we're all being one energy. How many people really feel that? You know, once you feel that, then lot of baggage you have about other people and others will drop. You know, that's such a liberated state. And also keep smiling, keep positive, keep joyous, and understand about tolerance and addiction, and protect yourself from things. Okay.
Like let's say if you are out from this clubhouse now, so you will sign out, and then after, how do I get these videos? Like I have to go onto your profile, or how do I get it? Because I'm driving, I can't draw now.
Yeah,
I can't
you can
download
go
it.
to the
Copy
profile.
now.
You can go to the profile, and probably they should be there because I pinned it here now, so it should be there. You know.
Okay, in your profile.
No, I pinned it on the top. Can't you see that it is there? You
No,
can.
I know that. I got you, but I'm driving. I can't trust my phone at the moment. So when
Yeah.
you sign out,
I
then
think
how do I get that?
I think it will be there on the talk. You go back to the replay or something. It should be there.
Okay. All right. Got it, doctor. Got it. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good. Like, I'm going to come tomorrow and listen again and
Okay.
find out the conclusion from the doctor. Thank you.
All right. Okay. I will. I don't want to talk too much today, but that's enough. And then I would like people to come and participate with the discussion, like you are doing, Santosh. Then it will be more interesting for me. Otherwise, I will go on talking one side, which is
Just to interaction, right? If
yeah,
you interact, then excitement will be there, and
yeah,
you can get some from other people also. If
yeah,
someone is saying something, and we can
yeah,
get something from you. It's a share and getting. Everybody has a different experience
yeah.
in life.
Anyway, the replays are there. People listen to them, but then who are here,
Okay.
I like to talk to them. All right.
Okay.
I'll
No
see you
problem.
tomorrow then.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye bye.